Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paying for Your Bootcamp workshop here at Flatiron School. My name is Patricia Rodriguez. I am the events manager here, and we're super excited to have you guys join us this evening. Today, we're joined by Jem Millet, who is the director of admissions here at Flatiron School, and who is going to walk us through various financing options, including loans, scholarships, and payment plans. We're also going to tackle some frequently asked questions, and you will have some time to ask questions at the end as well. So I will pass it away.
Hi, everyone. Just quickly review of that agenda. We'll talk a little bit about who we are, what is a boot camp, go over some key definitions that you need to be aware of when you're looking at different types of financing options. And then we'll talk about the money, like different ways to pay. And then kind of next steps if you're interested in Flatiron. But a quick intro, my name is Jem. I'm the Senior Director of Admissions here. So I am working with the team that when you first start kind of thinking about the possibility of coming to a boot camp, you may call in, download our syllabus, look at different blog posts, that type of thing, and talk to my team to see if it's a good fit for you. So that's really my team is here at the very beginning of your journey to help you understand, is a boot camp a good fit for you, and also kind of prepare you for paying for it. So I personally, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so I'm melting a little bit today. We're at 114, nice and hot. Hopefully you're staying cool and hydrated this summer. But I personally help people transform their careers, not only through what I'm doing here, but as a mentor as well. And I empower teams to do more with less. I come from a revenue operations background, and I'm a professional development mentor and a servant leader. I'm also a traveler, love watching sports, and a lifelong learner. So just a little about me. But what we're really here for is to talk about boot camps, not me. So let's dive into that. What is a boot camp? To start with, I want you to think of it as a skilled-based education. So boot camps teach skills that are needed to enter a field very quickly, but come with a price tag and a rigorous learning pace. That price tag is less than college for your bachelor's programs, and we service basically careers. We're really helping students get into these entry-level kind of tech jobs that specifically require skill-based certifications, not bachelor degree level education. So it's a really unique fit for kind of before you go get a bachelor's or after and you're pivoting or upskilling. So it fits a lot of different demographics and needs for that type of thing, but mostly to gain new skills and enter into a new tech career. Additionally, the support is very different than traditional education. Different boot camps offer varying degrees of support. So as you're talking to different boot camps, make sure you dive into those details with everyone. And then there's flexibility. I know here at Flatiron, we have asynchronous, completely on your own flex courses. We have synchronous live courses, but that are virtual. And then we have campus as well. So we've got a lot of different options for different types of learning preferences, schedules, and really we're just trying to offer the most flexibility to the individual students so that we can meet their unique needs. And then what I think is the coolest is that return on investment. Generally, boot camps are considered worthwhile giving their potential salaries post-graduation and the reduced costs to get into that new salary bracket. So return of investment is absolutely still there. And we'll go into that a little bit more when I do some myth busting as well. So we talked about key definitions when we're talking about financing or paying for boot camp. What are some of the things that you need to be aware of when you're looking at all of your options, and what do terms mean? So just a few important words to know is there's a difference in loans. There are a lot of different types of loans. There are personal loans, and there are education loans, there are FAFSA, like there's so many different types of loans. I think it's like 6 different classifications. The type of loans that we partnered with some loan providers and all boot camps kind of partner with are private student loans. So it's a source of funding which are provided by lending institutions. And then these loans can vary from provider to provider or lender to lender. So even if they have the same structure, they could have varied interest rates, varied different loan term lengths, APRs, all of that. So those are all things that you have to kind of pay attention to because they affect your monthly payment, your total payments, and your total out-of-pocket costs after paying the loan off. So those are just things that when you're looking at loans that you should be aware of. Something else I want to mention is they are what's called underwritten. So they look at your credit and your credit worthiness in a different way than, say, a car loan. So I just want to make sure that you aren't hesitant if you've like gone out to do an application for some other type of private loan. A private student loan is underwritten in a completely different way. So please don't be too shy about applying. Additionally, our lenders are, they offer co-signing, and to even check if you could get approved, it's called a soft credit check, meaning it does not take any points off of your credit to check if you would be approved. It will only kind of go on your credit that you've had an inquiry if you accept a loan offer. So if it's just to see what you're approved for, it's a soft credit check, so it won't actually affect your credit in any way. It's as if it never happened. Another thing is 0% interest payment plans, installment plans. Those exist. You often see them in 12 months or 24 months. And these are 0% interest. They're allowing you to spread that tuition over however many months there are. There's also ones like, pay as you learn, where you're just spreading it out for however long the course is. So if the course is 6 weeks, if it's 15 weeks, it can spread it out, accordingly. But there are ones that go 12 months, 24 months, and they have 0 interest. So it's just spreading it out for a longer period of time. And again, not underwritten in a way that any type of loan is. So most people who meet the qualifications, such as US resident, will qualify for those things. Additionally, there's deposits. We here at Flatiron have a $99 deposit to get into prep work and start doing your prep course, but some payment options may have an additional deposit as well. So as you're looking at boot camps and different ways of financing, you want to make sure that you get clear understanding of what options include what type of deposits, if those deposits are refundable, if they get applied to your total tuition. Those are all things that are super important to look at and make sure that you're aware of going into this. And then discounts. I also have scholarships, but I talk about scholarships and discounts separately. Like here at Flatiron, we do have scholarships, which I'll go into more detail with, but we also have a discount for anyone who's paying full upfront that can be combined with a scholarship as well. So it's not one or the other, you can stack them together. I will also mention that residents of New York, Alabama, Georgia, and anyone attending the New York campus are not eligible for our pay upfront discount. However, there are tons of scholarships that we have available, which I'll go into in a minute. Let's dive into some conversations about money. I really want to start busting some myths that we hear often when we're talking to students in admissions, in their initial conversations and initial concerns before they even fill out an application. One of the first ones I hear over and over is AI is taking these tech jobs. Look, AI came out the gate running and it impressed all of us. So we got onto Chat GPT and we were like, holy moly, look at what it can do. It's so easy to use. How incredible. And then we heard a bunch of buzzing concerns like we were in a sci-fi novel and AI was going to take over the entire world, including tech jobs like software engineering, data science, product design, all of those type of things, and cybersecurity. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not true. It's a myth. I want you to think of AI like a calculator. When the calculator was created, it's a tool. Mathematicians did not stop existing because the tool was created and can do the math. It still required a person in order to do the math, and it just made doing the math different, easier. You could compute more information with the calculator. AI is very similar to that. Here, one of our awesome data science instructors, Jelly, she posted this on LinkedIn a week ago, and I was like, yes, this is perfect, exactly what I needed to see to help bust this myth. ChatGPT doesn't know the reverse alphabetical order, and fake names were used, meaning even if you're doing some of your data work using AI as a tool, it still needs your interaction to verify, to check. It needs your interaction to plug that work into it. And here at Flatiron, we've actually incorporated AI into our curriculum so that you know how to prompt properly, check properly, and it can be a tool that you're using right away while in your courses. So I just don't want anybody else thinking that this isn't a good return on investment or a good career path to go because of AI. It's actually more exciting, and you're at the very beginning of this, learning these skills at the very beginning, so that you're going to have a leg up on other developers that have not learned these skills and are still a little afraid of AI. There's more security in a degree. I have heard this so many times, I can't even count. So let's first bust this myth with saying these positions, software engineers, programmers, data analysts, data scientists, while there are definitely positions out there that do require degrees, there are so many that don't, and we see both happen. We see people go get a degree and then have a hard time getting hired because they were taught in college computer science on C#, C++, and that's just not the relevant languages that people are hiring for right now. So then they end up coming and doing a boot camp in order to get hired. We also see the opposite, where people will go to a boot camp, get that initial entry-level job, and then they'll work for a company that pays for education, and on that company's dime, they will go get their computer science BA, meaning there's not one right way, and either one is not necessary, but both will get you through the door. So this little graph here was provided by Stack Overflow. When you get into tech, you'll find different communities and resources, and Stack Overflow is one specifically for technologists. They do huge surveys. They also help people talk to each other and share, their experiences, their code, help kind of create community. But in their latest, I believe this was from 2024, their latest survey, they're showing here that we have almost 50% of people who are learning how to code through online courses and certifications. We do see some people in college. We also see people with on-the-job training that is happening, most likely even for both of these people in college and in online campuses. They're also doing on-the-job training, because knowing a language is one thing, how it's applied and being used uniquely in that business case is a whole different thing. So all of this to say, there's not more security in a degree over a certification, nor is there more security over a certification over a degree. There's equal opportunity out there for both. Another thing is there isn't enough help to pay for school. I especially hear this for some of the younger generations that maybe their parents, are at a lower socioeconomic status. They may be the first ones really pursuing a tech career or education beyond high school, and they just feel stuck. And that really, colleges are the only way to go because of grants and things like that. Well, these things exist in the bootcamp world as well. So here are just a few examples I'm probably not listing your state. So I want to encourage you to research in your state some of these terms or look for other types of programs, because they could be the grants that pay full or partial for you to attend. As an example, the Trade Adjustment Assistance Program in Arizona, Colorado, New York, and Washington, among other states. We also have worked with the vocational rehabilitation or voc rehab programs in California, Colorado, Missouri, New York, and Utah. Whoops. And then there's also the WIOA, which is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. We've also worked with them with these states. These programs may exist in your states as well. This is where I just know and verified that we've received grants and funding from for students to come. So there may also be other programs. I would check with your DES, your Department of Economic Security, your workforce department in your state, in your county, in your city. There are grants out there, especially for places that maybe want to have remote workers or bring more tech careers into their cities, counties, and states. So worth doing a little bit of Googling and researching to see if you can see if there's any grants in your area. Another myth is I have to have good credit. So we talked a little bit about this earlier, that these private student loans are a little bit different. And while good credit absolutely can help, I would not suggest just assuming you have bad credit, because it's just underwritten differently. It's a soft credit check. It's worth checking. But we have other options other than loans as well. We went over some grant options and some other things. So we'll kind of go over that in a second as well. Additionally, we do have our private student loans do allow for cosigners as well. So scholarships, we touched on that a little and I said we would get to it. So let's dive into it. I'm so proud to say that Flatiron has issued 8.6 million in awarded student scholarships. And so we really, really try to focus our scholarships on diversity. We're looking for women, self-identifying women. We're looking for people of color, people of lower socioeconomics, veterans, disabled. So if you are interested at all, when you actually apply, at the very bottom of the application is just some check boxes where you can check any that you identify with, and we will let you know whether or not you've qualified for the scholarship. Our scholarships have funding up to $2,000 and can be combined with that $1,000 upfront discount. So you can get $3,000 knocked off right there before you even look at your funding options. The loan partners we have a few. We have Ascent, Climb, which are more traditional loan that, you know, application credit is required, but you don't need, again, it's a private student loan, so it's just underwritten different and it's a soft credit. They allow co-signers. And then we also have EdAid. EdAid's a little bit different as well. They do have a loan option. They also have a pay-as-you-learn where it's just spread out for the length of the program. Everyone is approved for that already. No questions asked. You just have to be a US resident, the right age, 18 or older, which you have to be to come here anyways. So, but if you want lower payment options, they do have a loan. They have a 24-month payment option, which is 0% interest as well. So lots of different options. You can just fill out some paperwork to see where you qualify there. I suggest also just doing the soft credit checks at the same time with Ascent and Climb. It's not going to hurt your credit to look at all three because they all have similar products. But again, we were talking about APR, length of time. Some might be 36 months, some might be 24 months. Some might have, you know, lower interest rates. So I think it's really important that you go ahead and just apply for all of them, since it does no harm for you and just takes a little bit of your time. And that way you can really look at all the different approves and decide which one's going to be the best fit for you. So let's say you think, okay, I see there's a possibility. What's next? Well, what's really next is getting in contact with someone in admissions. There's a number of ways on our website. You can just go find book a 10-minute chat. You can just fill out an application. There's no commitment by filling out that application. It's just saying, okay, I'm ready to continue exploring. We will reach out to you, and then we will schedule some time to cover your individual kind of wants and needs. Why do you want to do this? What's on the other side of this for you? How can we help get you there? And then listen to you to understand your concerns, hesitations, or whatever it is that you are, going to be challenged with in this process. And we really become a thought partner to help problem solve that with you. Let's say you're going to take the flexible course because you have a job. So you need to do it asynchronously, but you don't have a great study space and you are in the New York area. We will have you come into the campus, even though you're not a campus student. We'll really partner with you to help decide, work out what supports you need and make sure that we're going to be able to help fulfill that for you. So definitely fill out that application, reach out. You can also email admissions at Flatiron School, and we will return that email. Let's see. Is there two? I feel like I have duplicate slides here. Yep, I do. So that is, I think, all of it, but I would love to know if there's any questions for anyone. You can drop them in the Q&A. I believe that's open. I'll stop sharing the screen if I can find the button.
Yes, so if you have any questions, use the Q&A feature. I believe you can send us questions as well in the chat, just to us, the panelists, but if not, I definitely recommend using the Q&A. If anything that hasn't been answered, this is the perfect opportunity to ask. Maybe we may have something specific that wasn't answered here. Would love to answer any questions.
Yeah, and I just want to encourage everyone, we really are trying to find your path forward to change that, career trajectory. So please don't hesitate that if you really want, if you think this is something you want to do, we will help find that path with you. I see a question. Are merit scholarships based on incoming evaluation or career education prior to Flatiron? It's actually a matrix of a couple of different things. We have a CSAT that you take, which is like an aptitude test. And if you score a higher than average score, we will issue a merit scholarship. Also, if you do exceptionally well in your interview, you could get that scholarship. Additionally, while you're going through the pre-work, the prep course, if your onboarding agent sees that you've done an amazing job, can issue that as well. So there's lots of opportunities for that merit. It is based on your ability to learn and really go through it. So it's not based on prior education or prior career, but based on your aptitude and the skill gaining that you show during the admissions process.
We're gonna have some time for another question. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Oh, a good one.
All right. Well, if there aren't any more questions, we can definitely let you go. I just want to encourage you again, you can reach out, emails admissions@flatironschool.com, or fill out our application, and we'll be in contact within a business day. I even if it's just to get a little bit more personalized conversation and questions answered, and maybe you're shy in the public, happy to do that and connect with you. So everyone, I wish you the best of luck on your learning journey and really can't wait to see how it turns out for you.